Today I am going to discuss about part 16 NEET UG MCQ, and I am Dr. Shiban, MBBS DCH, specialized from Madras Medical College. Okay, so today my first question is a repeat MCQ which is frequently asked in so many times in NEET. Okay. So reduction in chromosome number. Reduction in chromosome number is typical for which reaction? Frequently they have asked. A reduction in chromosome number typical for, come on. They'll give mitosis, meiosis 1, meiosis 2, fourth choice is mitosis plus meiosis 1. What will be your answer? Reduction in chromosome number is typical for meiosis 1. Very frequently asked MCQ, but little confusing MCQ. Okay, good. See, next question. This is a very useful video, okay? Very useful video. Chromosome number remains the same. In which one? Chromosome number remains the same. In which one? Any idea? Mitosis and meiosis 2. These two MCQs are very, very important. But don't forget the question. Okay, question. Okay. This is match the following. Two diploid, 2N, identical cells is typically seen in which what? Two diploid, 2N, identical cells found in. This is how you should prepare for NEET. Seen in mitosis. Don't forget the question, okay? When somebody asks you identical cells, it should suddenly come. 2 diploid, 2N. That is mitosis. Okay, good. See now, next question. 2 haploid N cells, number 1. Second point, chromosomes still have 2 chromatids. Is feature of what? Chromosomes still have 2 chromatids. Chromosomes still have 2 chromatids. But 2 haploid N cells is typical for which reaction? Any idea? Very important MCQ. That is I am waiting for you to answer. Meiosis 1. But don't forget the question. Meiosis 1. Don't forget the question for meiosis 1. See, 4 haploid N cell. Chromosome has 1 chromatid each. Typical for which one? Very, very, very important MCQs. This is not a fun. 4 haploid N cell. First point. Second point, chromosome has 1 chromatids each. 1 chromatid each. For which phase? This is how you should prepare for MCQ. Which phase? Meiosis 2. Meiosis 2. Very, very important YouTube, this video. So many. Stamens are related to gynoecium. True or false? Stamens are related to gynoecium. True or false? Come on. Stamens is related to what? Androecium. Okay. So the answer is false. Correct answer is androecium. Androecium is related to stamens. Stamens. This is a previous MCQ. Match the following. Anther is bilobed. True or false? Anther is bilobed. True or false? Come on. True. Okay. Anther is bilobed. Dash develops inside microsporangia. See, when they give 4 choices, this will be the toughest MCQ. Dash develops inside microsporangia. Any idea? Pollen grains. Answer is very easy, but the question is tough. Dash develops inside microsporangia. Tapetum, Tapetum. Tapetum is found in testis. True or false? Tapetum is found in testis. True or false? Tapetum is the covering of pollen grain. Tapetum is the covering of pollen grain. If you know this point, you can answer and match the following. Tapetum is a covering of pollen grain. Pollen grain represents female gametocytic generation. True or false? Pollen grains represents female gametocytic generation. True or false? The answer is male, so it is false. So what is the question? Pollen grains represents female gametocytic generation is a false statement. இதுக்கு இப்படியும் வச்சுருக்கேன், இப்படி வச்சுருக்கேன். இந்த ஒரு இதான் இருந்துச்சா? பேக்கில் இருந்துச்சு, இதான் இருந்துச்சா? இது கரெக்ட் தானே? இல்லையா? எப்படி மார்க்ஸ் எப்படி? Pollen grains have 2 layered wall. True or false? Pollen grains. This is how we should prepare for MCQ. Pollen grains, come on. True or false? True. So pollen grains, true. Ovary is a part of pistil in plants. True or false? Pistil. Ovary is a part of pistil in plants. True or false? True. Okay. True. Funicle is a covering. Funicle is a covering in style. True or false? So you studied everything, but it is difficult for you to remember because you did not do a recall method. This is how you should recall. This is recall technique. Come on, what is the answer? It is a false statement. Right, so do you know the correct statement? So what is funicle? What is funicle? What is funicle? Funicle is a stalk of ovule. What is funicle? What is funicle? Funicle is a stalk of ovule. What is funicle? Funicle is a stalk of ovule. This is the way recall technique. They have scientifically proved that if you want to remember a study material, you must do continuous recall for 7 days, not revision. Revision is an useless technique, recall technique. You read the textbook once or twice thoroughly. After that, you must do only recall. Don't revise 25 times the textbook, waste of time. 7 days continuous recall. You hear this video continuously for 7 days, and I will guarantee you, you will remember 100 out of 100 questions for long duration, not short duration, long duration. That has been scientifically proven, not my idea. 7 days continuous recall. You try this video itself, you will get the excellent result. Okay. So what is the question for 7-celled and 8 nucleate? 7-celled and 8 nucleate. Do you know the question? This they have asked for match the following. 7-celled and 8 nucleate. What is the question? Mature embryo sac in flower. That is the question. It will be in a correct match the following. Mature embryo sac in flower. The answer is 7-celled, 8 nucleate. Don't forget the question. Which is the tallest flower? Which is the tallest flower? Which is the tallest flower? Amorphophilus, which is 6 feet tall. So this is the trick of recall technique. Question: tallest flower. Just write it down or memorize it. Tallest flower, 6 feet. Some flowers are always closed. They do not open. Such flowers are called what? Flowers which do not open are called. See this, I am giving time for recall, right? Recall, come on. Time for is called Cleistogamous. What is the spelling? Cleastu. Cleistogamous. Flowers which do not open are called flowers which do not open. Flowers which do not open are called, right? PEC. So many times repeat MCQ. PEC. So many times. What is the PEC? Primary endosperm cell. Correct. Primary endosperm cell. PEC. Primary endosperm cell. PEC. Memorized? PEC. Have you heard about bagging? Bagging in plants is done for what? It's done for whom? Emasculated flowers. Bagging. Come on. To prevent that pollination. Right? Bagging is done for emasculated flowers. What is true fruit? What is true fruit? See, everything is repeated MCQ only. True fruit. Fruit with only ovary is called true fruit. What is true fruit? Fruit with only ovary is called true fruit. What is false fruit? False fruit. This is how you should practice recall technique for MCQ. False fruit. Fruit which has both ovary and thalamus. Fruit which has both ovary and thalamus is called false fruit is called false fruit. Fruit with no fertilization is called fruit with no fertilization. Fruit with no fertilization is called what? Parthenocarpic fruit. Fruit with no fertilization is called parthenocarpic fruit. Parthenocarpic fruit. Can you tell a classical example of parthenocarpic fruit? Parthenocarpic fruit. Come on. Banana. Parthenocarpic fruit is banana. See, all the questions have been prepared from your 12th standard NCERT textbook only. Everything is given in this textbook. Right? Seedless fruit is obtained by what? Seedless fruit is obtained by what? Seedless fruit obtained by parthenocarpy. Seedless fruit is obtained by parthenocarpy. Dash is used in parthenocarpy. This is a repeat MCQ so many times. Dash is used in parthenocarpy. Growth hormone. Page number is given in the textbook. They can ask this question in ulta also. Growth hormone is used in which of the following? They'll give one choice. Parthenocarpy. Ulta question they can ask. This is how we should prepare for NEET. Parthenocarpy, growth hormone. Which is used in growth hormone. Don't forget, okay? This will be a rank deciding MCQ for you if you answer this. Growth hormone, parthenocarpy. Good. See, flowering plants do not undergo fertilization. True or false? They will ask which of the following statement is true. That way we should know this point. Flowering plants do not undergo fertilization. It is a false statement. I think you know this. Okay. Dash is found inside a mature seed. See, when they give 4 choices, this is the toughest MCQ. Dash is found inside the mature seed. You will not think about this answer. They will give confusing choices for you. Same line they are given in textbook. Dash is present inside mature seed. Answer is embryo. Come on, this fertilization between male and female gamete is called what? So you should answer this. Fertilization between male and female gamete is called what? Fertilization between male and female gamete is called syngamy. Syngamia. Write the spelling SYNGAMY. Syngamy. Okay. Don't forget the question. Fertilization between male and female gamete is called syngamy. Gametes are diploid. True or false? Gametes are diploid. True or false? Haploid. Gametes are diploid. True or false? Haploid. Exception. Okay. In dash, gametes are formed in mitosis. Very, very important. Generally, gametes are formed in. Okay, you answer this. In dash, gametes are formed in mitosis. This is a special category, mitosis. Same word they have given in a textbook. In dash, answer is haploid organisms. Okay. This is a repeat MCQ. Don't forget the question for haploid organisms. If you want, I'll tell you once more. In dash, gametes are formed in mitosis. Mitosis. Candida is formed by sexual reproduction. True or false? Candida is formed from sexual reproduction. True or false? True or false? Asexual. This is how you should prepare for NEET. Get it? This is how you should prepare. Then only you can answer the toughest steps. You can think and answer. Candida, asexual. If you know the answer, you can go ahead. Okay. Zoospores, Z-O-O. Zoospores are formed by sexual reproduction. True or false? This is the importance of recall. If you hear this video 7 times, 8th time you will be the master. Zoospore, come on. False, because asexual. Because false, asexual. Clones are formed from sexual reproduction. True or false? Clones are formed from sexual reproduction. True or false? Clones are formed from asexual reproduction. Even if you do 100 times revision, you cannot remember any points. That is the power of 7 days continuous recall method of studying for a NEET candidate. I made it very clear. Can you tell an answer? Question for the word identical. 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 Offspring from asexual reproductions are identical. See, this is the way you should prepare for NEET. They will give some other choice. Which of the following statement is true or false? You should know. Offspring from asexual reproductions are identical. This is how you should prepare. Offspring from asexual reproduction are identical. Identical. Asexual. Identical. Asexual. Identical. Asexual. Identical. I think you know about AI, artificial intelligence, right? How is it related to biology? Any idea? Same thing. We discussed now. Asexual, identical. Okay, keep it in mind. Okay, just for remembrance. Artificial intelligence, asexual, identical. It should be like that. So much. It should be in the flow. Asexual means identical. See. Offsprings from asexual reproduction is identical. I made it very clear for you. Fusion of gametes occur in asexual reproduction. True or false? Fusion of gametes occur in asexual reproduction. True or false? Fusion of gametes occur in true or false? It is a false statement. I think you know this better. I think you know this better than me, right? Budding is a sexual type of reproduction. True or false? Budding is a sexual type of reproduction. True or false? Budding is a sexual type of true or false? False. It's asexual. Alright? G-E-M-M-U-L-E. Gemule. Gemule is a sexual type of reproduction. True or false? Gemule is a sexual type of reproduction. True or false? False. It is asexual. Asexual. See, if you want to remember everything, you have to practice this 7 days continuous recall. That's a proven method. See, unicellular organisms reproduce sexually. True or false? Unicellular organisms reproduce sexually. True or false? True or false? False. Asexual. This is how you should prepare for NEET. This is how you should prepare for NEET. Unicellular organisms reproduce sexually. The answer is false. Prokaryotes reproduce sexually. True or false? Prokaryotes reproduce sexually. True or false? It is false. Don't forget the questions, okay? Very important. Algae reproduce sexually. True or false? Everything is given in your textbook only. True or false? False. Asexual. Fungus reproduce sexually. True or false? Fungus reproduce sexually. True or false? Asexual. Remember all the things which I taught you for asexual. Asexual. Okay. Vegetative propagation is a sexual type of reproduction. True or false? Vegetative reproduction is a sexual type of reproduction. True or false? Asexual. Did you remember all the questions for asexual? This is the classic NEET preparation. You should think about the questions, not the answer. Okay. Fusion of gametes occurs in asexual reproduction. Fusion of gametes occurs in asexual reproduction. True or false? True or false? It is false. Sexual. Okay. You should tell the answer for this. Complex. What is the question for complex? Complex. What is the question for complex? What is the question for complex? Complex. Same word they are given in a textbook. Sexual reproduction is a complex process. Do you know what they will keep in the NEET MCQ? Asexual is a complex process. Asexual is not a complex process. Okay, very important point. True or false? Sexual is a complex process, not asexual. Keep it in mind. Okay, complex. See how I gave you the question for you to think. Complex. Sexual reproduction is a complex process, not asexual. See, same type. Same type. Slower. What is the point? Slower. Slower. Sexual reproduction is a slower process than asexual. They will tilt the word and they will ask in true or false. Sexual reproduction is a complex process. It is a slower process. Okay. Don't forget. Okay. Sexual reproduction is a complex process and it is a slower process when compared to asexual. I made it very clear. Higher animals usually reproduce by sexual or asexual. Higher animals usually by sexual. But in the examination hall, we will forget everything. That is the purpose of this recall method. Okay. See, don't forget to write some good comments in the comment section. Okay. Right. And kindly share this great awareness video, very important video, with your senior classmates, with your juniors, and even to your classmates, to your biology ma'am, and even to your NEET coaches. Okay. Good. Gamete transfer occurs in pre-fertilization. True or false? Very important MCQ, man. Gamete transfer occurs in pre-fertilization. Very difficult to think in the examination hall. Gamete transfer. True or false? True. Normally we won't think these things in the examination hall. Read the question once more. Gamete transfer occurs in the pre-fertilization type. Zygote is formed as a post-fertilization event. True or false? Zygote is formed as an event of post-fertilization event. True or false? Zygote. True. Okay. You hear this video 5 or 6 more times. It will go in the brain and it will go into the stomach also. You will not forget forever. The word monoecious, MONOCIES, is related to animals. True or false? The word MONOCIEOUS is related to animals. True or false? It is related to plants. Don't forget the question. Copulation. COPULATA. Copulation is an asexual reproduction. True or false? Copulation is an asexual reproduction. True or false? Copulation is a sexual. Asexual, I told so many things. Remember, no? Copulation, sexual. The word stimulation release. The word stimulation release is a type of asexual reproduction. True or false? Copulation that we discussed is sexual. Now this is called stimulation release. Is a sexual. Right? So copulation is also sexual type. Stimulation release is also sexual type. Copulation is also sexual type and stimulation release is also sexual type. I made it very clear. This is the trickiest MCQ. Copulation occurs in bisexual animals. True or false? The more you practice true or false, you will be the kingmaker inside the NEET hall. Not revision. Revision is useless. Recall. Come on. Copulation occurs in bisexual animals. Let me see your recall capacity. True or false? It is seen in unisexual. But don't forget the question. Unisexual. What is the question? Copulation occurs in right, next. Now stimulation release occurs in bisexual animals. True or false? Copulation we studied. Unisexual. Okay. Stimulation release, bisexual or unisexual? Both copulation and stimulation release occurs in unisexual animals. I made it very clear. Pollination occurs in unisex animals. Pollination occurs in unisex animals. True or false? This is how I train for NEET. Pollination occurs in unisexual animals. True or false? Pollination occurs in plants. Pollination occurs in plants. Pollination occurs in which site of plants? Come on. Angiosperms. This MCQ they have repeated more than 10 times, I think. More than 10 times. Almost in every paper it will be. Pollination occurs in angiosperm. Direct MCQ. Direct question, direct answer. This is also repeat MCQ. Okay. Repeat them so many times. Zygote is formed from direct MCQ. Just shoot the answer. Answer, come on. Zygote is formed from. Come on. Syngamy. That's all. That's the answer. Direct answer. Zygote is formed from syngamy. Mudinji. Finish it off. Other name of syngamy? This is match the following. So many times they was match the following. Other name of syngamy is fertilization. See the purpose of recall technique. Don't do revision, okay? Read the textbook 2 times thoroughly. Good. After that, only recall technique like this, okay? Other name of syngamy is fertilization. Okay? Don't share this video with your junior friends and senior friends, okay? Okay, do it today itself. And don't forget my name, Shiban, okay? Plants are oviparous. True or false? If you know this point, you can do at least you can do and match the following. Plants are oviparous. True or false? Animals, no? Right? Okay. See, NEET is very easy. Provided you practice 7 days continuous recall technique. Very easy. See, direct MCQ. Embryo is formed from dash. Direct MCQ. Embryo is formed from. What is the answer? Zygote. Direct answer. Embryo, zygote. See, this is a tricky question. Ovules are formed in unisexual animals. Very tricky question. Which of the following statement is true? That time, if you know this point, you can answer. Ovules are formed in unisexual animals. True or false? Ovules are formed in unisexual animals. True or false? Come on. Plants. See, they are given animals. Right? Flowering plants do not have embryo. True or false? Flowering plants do not form embryo. I'm sorry. Flowering plants do not form. I'm talking about flowering plants, okay? Flowering plants do not form embryo. True or false? This is NEET preparation. False. Refer this page 17. 12th standard NCERT textbook. Flowering plants forms embryo, no? Right. See, generally, see the word, here the important point is generally. Generally, gametes are formed from mitosis. True or false? Generally. Nobody will teach you like this. That's why I'm teaching you so nicely. Important rank deciding MCQ. Generally, gametes are formed from mitosis. True or false? Generally. No. Generally, it is formed from meiosis. Right? Generally, it is formed from. Generally, gametes are formed from meiosis. Generally, gametes are formed from meiosis. But the exception. What is the exception? Exception for gamete formed from meiosis. What is the exception? Same line they give in a textbook. Exception. Exception. In haploid, gametes are formed from mitosis. Is it not a classical point? So gametes are formed both mostly from meiosis and partly from mitosis, especially in haploid. Mitosis, haploid. Mitosis, haploid. Generally meiosis. Generally meiosis. I made it very, very clear. Right? We'll repeat this once more. For generally, gametes are formed from mitosis. True or false? It is false. That is meiosis. Right? So, what is the exception for gamete formation from meiosis? Haploid gametes are formed from mitosis. Haploids. I'm sorry, in haploids. Haploids, mitosis. Clean explanation for you. Okay. Fusion of gametes. absent in which type of reproduction? Fusion of gametes absent in which type of reproduction? Asexual. No? Very easy question, but might confuse you. See, now I am going to give the summary of all the things which I taught you. Okay. Fungi, algae, some invertebrates. Fungi, algae, some invertebrates, not all. Word is very clear. Fungi, algae, some vertebrates. What is the question? Can you expect what question I will keep? Fungi, algae, some invertebrate animals. Same word they have given in a textbook. They all reproduce by asexual. So keep it in mind, okay? Asexual means three things: fungi, algae, and some, not all, some invertebrate animals. This is short-term memory. It will go inside and it will go outside itself. If you want for long duration, if you want this knowledge to go inside your stomach, 7 days continuous recall. You will be the master. Try in this video. Okay. Now see, come on. Clones are typical in which reproduction? Clones. Sexual or asexual? This is match the following. Clones are typical for? Clones are typical for asexual reproduction. Clones are typical for asexual reproduction. Classical MCQ. Direct MCQ or match the following. Clones are typical for asexual reproduction. Okay, see. I told this in the beginning. Let me see whether your memory is not identical. 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 Offsprings of asexual reproduction identical. Artificial intelligence. Remember, AI. This is called NEET preparation. Zoospores and Condia. Conidia, I think. Conidia. Zoospores, Conidia. I didn't say it's okay. They both reproduce sexually or asexually? Zoospores and Conidia. Conidia means fungus only. No, just now we taught no, it's fungus everything. So, it has to be asexual. It has to be asexual. Budding gemule, Budding. Next is Gemmula, gemule. What is the question? So many times they have asked. This is the answer. You have to tell the question. That is NEET preparation, not answer study. Answer will be given the choice. For one answer, they will give you 4 answers. You should know the question. Budding and gemule. What is the question? Asexual reproduction in lower animals. 2 words are important. Asexual is important. Lower animals is also important. They will confuse us in higher animals. This is classical NEET preparation. Asexual, don't forget. Lower animals also don't forget. They can mix and give you 4 choices. They can confuse these 2 words and give you 4 choices. Gone. So asexual in lower animals, don't forget 2 words. Okay. See, this just now we discussed. Prokaryotes reproduce sexually. True or false? Come on. You know this. Prokaryotes asexual. You know this. Prokaryotes are unicellular. True or false? This is the purpose of recall study. True, right? You know this point, but still, for completion's sake. Prokaryotes reproduce asexually by two methods. Do you know that? Prokaryotes reproduce asexually by two methods: cell division and binary fission. They can ask this ulta also. Binary fission is for, they can ask, it's a type of sexual, asexual, in lower, higher, they can ask. So read the question thoroughly and keep the answer. Prokaryotes reproduce asexually by, so these two are asexual methods. That itself is an MCQ. So binary fission is an asexual. Cellular, this is asexual in prokaryotes. In prokaryotes. I made it very, very clear. Nobody can teach you like this. Vegetative propagation is asexual reproduction. We taught at the beginning. True or false? Vegetative reproduction is asexual. Come on. It's true, no? True. Okay, forget about it. Example of vegetative reproduction. They will ask ulta, okay. They will give that one and they will ask reproduces by. So you have to click vegetative reproduction. This is the answer actually. You have to tell the question. Same word in your textbook. Aquatic animals, terrestrial species of angiosperms. So they will ask aquatic animals reproduces by. And you should look vegetative propagation. Just type. Next question. Terrestrial species of angiosperms. They'll ask vegetative reproduction. Even if you do 100 revisions in the textbook, useless. This is a recall technique. I made it very clear. Runners. RUNNERS, runners, rhizomes, suckers, tubers. How do these things reproduce? Anything can be an MCQ. I am going to give a common answer. You memorize these things. Runners, rhizomes, suckers, tubers. How do they reproduce? Anything they can ask. They can ask runners reproduce by or rhizomes reproduce by. I have collected from the textbook in the same page for you. Reproduce by vegetative reproduction. Okay. Vegetative reproduction. I made it very clear. Fusion of gametes is by dash. Fusion of gametes means. Fusion of gametes means. Fusion of gametes means sexual reproduction. Pediatric case, regular case. Fusion of gametes means Sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction. Fusion of gametes means sexual reproduction. See, this I told in the beginning. Sexual reproduction is a slower process than asexual reproduction. Remember, this is the preparation of NEET. Sexual reproduction is slower process. True or false? Huh? True. Sexual is slower. Sexual is a complex process. Remember that? Huh? Right. See? Asexual is a complex process. True or false? False. This is the important. See, if you do 7 days recall, you will be the master. I am sure if you hear this video for 7 continuous days, you will get minimum 10 MCQs from this single video, no doubt. Higher animals, what is the question? Just now only I discussed. Higher animals, what is the question? Usually sexual reproduction. Usually sexual reproduction. Gametogenesis and gamete transfer. Can you tell me the question? See, this is very important MCQ. It's a repeat MCQ so many times. That is why I am asking you. Gametogenesis and gamete transfer. What is the question? What is the question? It is the pre-sexual event in sexual reproduction. It is the pre-sexual event in zygote production. In sexual reproduction. Pre-sexual. See, what is the question for this? What is the question for this? Zygote formation and embryogenesis. Time out. Zygote formation and embryogenesis. Zygote embryogenesis. What is the question now? This is post-fertilization event in sexual reproduction. If you know this point, you can answer so many tough MCQs. If you know this point, you can answer so many tough MCQs. See? Gametogenesis and gamete transfer. Gametogenesis and gamete transfer is for pre-fertilization, this one. Okay. But zygote formation and embryogenesis is for post-fertilization event. I made it very clear for you. Varied. What is the question? Varied. They have asked this. Varied. Sexuality of plants is varied. Sexuality of plant is varied. Which of the following plants have varied sexuality? Which plant has varied sexuality? Which plant has varied sexuality? Angiosperm. Don't forget the question. Which has varied sexuality? Angiosperm. Which plants have varied sexuality? Angiosperm. Angiosperms have varied sexuality. Why? NEET MCQ. NEET. Angiosperms have varied sexuality. Why? Due to production and diverse type of flowers. Same word given in the textbook. Due to production and diverse type of flowers. Even if you know the meaning, you have to mug it up. Even if you don't know the meaning, just mug it up. Why? Angiosperms have varied sexuality. Why? Due to, just mug it up, okay? Don't understand. Nothing is there to understand in NEET. Biology, nothing is there to understand. Just you have to mug it up. Same line they are given in the textbook. Just mug it up. Which is called the haploid in nature. Gametes. Haploid in nature. Gametes. Now, this is direct MCQ. Gametes are the direct product of what? Gametes are the direct product of meiotic division. Gametes are the direct product of meiotic division. In haploid organisms, gametes are formed from old points only. Twisted MCQ. Twisted. In haploids, gametes are formed from. In haploid organism, okay. In haploid organism, gametes are formed from. In haploid organisms, gametes are formed from where? Mitosis. Old MCQ, okay. Copulation is for what? For whom? Copulation is for unisexual animals. Don't forget. Copulation, unisexual animals. Stimulation release for? Come on. Is for? Unisexual. All repeat, man. Copulation, unisexual animals. Stimulation release, unisexual animals. Come on. Right? Pollination is for what? Pollination is for direct MCQ. Pollination is for angiosperm. Pollination is for angiosperms. In pollination, pollen grains are placed in dash site. Maybe it is easy for you, but when they give 4 choices, might confuse you. So I want to keep this MCQ. In pollination, pollen grains are placed in stigma. In pollination, pollen grains are placed in stigma. Transfer of male gamete occurs in. Transfer of male gamete occurs in. Transfer of male gamete occurs in bisexual organisms. This is A very tough MCQ. So many times they have asked this point. Keep it in mind. Okay. End product of syngamy. Direct MCQ. End product of syngamy. Right? Zygote. End product of syngamy, zygote. Fertilization is also called. Fertilization is also called. Syngamy. I told you in the beginning now. Fertilization is also called syngamy. Syngamy can occur externally. Externally. Can syngamy occur externally? Huh? True or false? Syngamy can occur. True. See, when you prepare for MCQ, you should always prepare as true or false, so that you can answer any tough MCQs. Syngamy can occur internally. True or false? True. Because same line they have given a textbook. Syngamy can occur both internally and externally. Okay? This we discussed right now. Zygote is the end result of. Zygote is the end result of syngamy. Zygote is the end result of syngamy. In embryogenesis, embryo is formed from. In embryogenesis, embryo is formed from. In embryogenesis, embryo is formed from zygote. Even though it is easy, for MCQs will get confused. Embryo protection is better in. Embryo protection is better in. Embryo protection is better in viviparous. Embryo protection is better in viviparous. Zygote starts developing later after its formation. Later is the keyword. Zygote starts developing later after its formation. Zygote forms developing later after its formation. True or false? True or false? Soon after is the keyword. Soon after is the keyword. Okay, be careful when you are reading this chapter in the textbook. This question is asked more than 100 times, I think. In plants, fruits develop from. In plants, fruits develop from. Ovary. In plants, fruits develop from ovary. In plants, seeds develop from seeds develop from seeds, ovules, ovules, seeds, ovules, seeds, ovules, seeds, ovules. Okay. Progenitor of next generation in plants is progenitor of next generation in plants is embryo. Don't forget the question. Very important MCQ. In plants, embryo is formed inside what? In plants, embryo is formed inside. In plants, embryo is formed inside seed. Even though it is very easy, when they give 4 choices, it will be confusing. Good. This is reduction in the number of chromosomes occurs in meiosis 2. Reduction in chromosome number occurs in meiosis 2. True or false? Reduction in chromosome number occurs in meiosis 2. Reduction in chromosome number occurs in meiosis 2. False. A reduction in chromosome number occurs in mitosis. True or false? I told in the beginning of the video. Reduction in chromosome occurs in mitosis. True or false? False. False. Chromosome number remains same in meiosis 1. True or false? Chromosome number remains same in meiosis 1. True or false? True. Mitosis has 2 haploid N cells. True or false? Mitosis has 2 haploid N cells. True or false? False. This will be the pattern of NEET MCQ. Everything I have told in the first part of the video. Mitosis has 4 haploid N cells. True or false? Mitosis has 4 haploid N cells. True or false? False. Very important MCQ. Mitosis has 2 diploid 2N identical cells. True or false? Mitosis. True. Don't get confused. Hear the video 7 times continuously. Meiosis 1 has 4 haploid cells. Meiosis 1 has 4 haploid cells. True or false? Meiosis 1 has 4 haploid cells. True or false? False. Meiosis 1 has 4 haploid cells. True or false? False. Meiosis 1 has 2 diploid 2N identical cells. True or false? Meiosis 1 has 2 diploid NS identical cells. True or false? False. Meiosis 2 has 2 haploid N cells.   True or false? False. Meiosis 1 has 2 haploid N cells. True or false? False. Meiosis 2 has 2 haploid N cells. True or false? False. Meiosis 1 has 2 haploid N cells. True or false? False. Meiosis 1 has 2 haploid N cells. True or false? False. All the MCQs which I am discussing last 15 minutes are rank deciding MCQs. Identical cells found in meiosis, true or false? Identical cells found in meiosis, true or false? Identical cells are classical for mitosis. Identical cells are classical for mitosis. Identical cells, mitosis. Identical cells, mitosis. Identical cells, mitosis. Chromosome has one chromatid each. Chromosome has one chromatid each. Chromosome has one chromatid each in meiosis 2. Don't forget the questions. Chromosomes have two chromatids each. Chromosomes have two chromatids each. Chromosomes have two chromatids each in meiosis 1. Chromosomes have two chromatids each. Identical cells seen in mitosis, frequently asked MCQ. Identical cells, mitosis. Chromosome has one chromatid in meiosis 1, true or false? Chromosome has one chromatid each in meiosis 1, true or false? False. In meiosis 2. In meiosis 2. Draw the diagram. Okay, study the diagram in your textbook. Okay. Chromosome number remains the same in mitosis. True or false? Chromosome number remains the same in mitosis. True or false? True or false? True. Very important. True. Okay. Chromosome number remains the same in meiosis 2. True or false? Chromosome number remains the same in meiosis 2. True or false? Come on. True. Okay. So, continue to hear my part 17 in the next same YouTube channel. Hear this video 7 days continuously. Beginning and the last part of this videos are excellent videos. Stay tuned.